and welcome to Gloucestershire Cathedral's digital advent calendar. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own paper decoration. My name is Ellen Yeates and I'm an art teacher at King's School. For this, you're going to use materials that hopefully you will have access to at home. So you want some paper, so it could be A4 or A3 paper. You can just use printing paper that you would have in your printer at home, or you can use thicker paper. The paper I'm using is a little bit thicker, cartridge paper. So you're going to need to have 6 pieces of paper. And to start off with, you're going to make your A4 paper into a square. And so an easy way of doing that is just to fold your paper into a triangle like that, and then you can just cut off the excess. And you're going to need to have your paper folded into triangles anyway. So you can create your squares by cutting out your paper like that. And you're then going to fold up each of your squares into a triangle and then fold it again. And then really kind of push with your finger along the fold. So you're going to end up with 6 triangles like that. So I'm using A3 paper. Your paper, if it's A4, will be smaller. So you have your triangles, and then the next thing you're going to do is place your paper so that the longest side is kind of on one side. And you're going to draw some parallel lines going up here. So I'm going to use a ruler and a pencil, and I'm just going to roughly measure out. So I'm going to draw 3 lines. I'm just going to use my ruler to roughly mark out 3 marks like this. And I'm going to draw a line just really lightly in pencil going up each one. So I'll hold this up so you can see it. So you do that like this. And so if you notice, I've left a little bit of a gap, about 0.5 centimetre at the top. So I'm going to do that to each of my papers. So my triangles are going to have this fold on like this. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some scissors and cut along your fold, stopping about 0.5 centimetre before the edge. So you're going to cut along each of your folds, stopping about 0.5 centimetre before the edge. So you're not cutting your triangle up completely. So you'll end up with that kind of thing. And then you open your paper up, back up to your square. So you're going to do that 6 times. So you're going to have 6 squares. The next thing you're going to do is get some sellotape. And you're going to need to have 4 pieces of sellotape. So I'm going to cut mine out ready. And you're going to take your first kind of cut line and roll it like this. And then stick your sellotape on. So you're creating kind of a bit of like a roll. And then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So you're going to take those 2 kind of sections, attach them together and stick it, and then you're going to flip it back over. So you're going to keep alternating, folding it over. And when I'm overlapping it, I'm kind of overlapping it for the whole width of that bit of paper, and sticking it down. And I need 1 more bit of tape. So you do that to each side. So this is my last one. And like this. Oops. So you're going to end up with that shape. And so you're going to do that 6 times. So you're going to end up with 6 of these, like this. And then the next thing you're going to need is a stapler. When you look at your shape, you'll see one side is wider and one side's narrower. So when I put my 2 together, I want it to alternate. So I've got my wide side on the left, then it goes narrow, then it's wide, then it's narrow. So you're going to lay out your shapes and get your stapler and staple your 2 of them together. I'm going to use 2 staples. So I've stapled them at the point. And then this point here, we've got a cross. I'm going to staple those 2 together. Okay. I would then get my 3rd shape and attach that on, so you'll end up with something like this. So I've now got 3 of my shapes all taped together. What I would then do once I've got all 3 taped together, and I would need an extra one here, I would then staple my two halves together like this. And I would also staple those two crosses together. Like this. I am unfortunately missing one here, so I would need to add one more. If you look at the one behind me, that has got 6 pieces all stapled together. This is on a smaller scale, so that was A4 size. This is A3 size, and the one behind me is A2 size. One extra thing you could try, like this one has printed pattern on one side. The other one I've just shown you is just plain paper. And that's it. Have a very happy Christmas.